The Budtender who stole my algorithm, 420 Crush Chronicles say.
I tried the dating apps. They kept recommending crypto bros and gym influencers. I said, where's the man who knows the strain and the vibe?
Then one day I walked in and my Budtender said, "You want the same as last time?" And I felt seen in 4K resolution.
Now I'm wondering, was the algorithm trying to match me all along? 'Cause my crush might have been the Budtender who rolled up my patience, packed my piece, and forgot to charge me for eye contact.
Moral of the story. Sometimes your soulmate isn't on the app. They behind the counter, holding the green of destiny. Paper over plastic, always.
You ever get tired of the dating app showing you the same 5 people like it's a group project nobody asked for? Every day it's the same. Gym guy, crypto trader, motivational speaker who never motivated nobody. And I'm like, where the Budtenders at? Somebody who knows my energy before I even say what I need. Someone who can tell I've had a long week just by the way I inhale. See, I wasn't looking for love. I was just looking for my usual 1/8 of serenity.
Then one day I walked in. Same dispensary, same vibe. But the energy hit different. My Budtender looked up, smiled, and said, "You want the same as last time?" And I froze. Not because he remembered my order, but because it sounded like a love language. I said, "Yeah, maybe with a little more peace and less people."
He laughed. I laughed out, and in that moment, the whole dispensary turned into a rom-com set. You could have told me SCA was narrating, and I would have believed it. The playlist changed. The world slowed down. The lights hit that perfect green hue. I swear even the grinder stopped grinding just to let the chemistry breathe.
Later that night, I opened my phone and the first ad I saw said, "Find your perfect match." And I'm thinking, I already did. He worked Thursdays through Sundays, 10 to 6, but that's when it hit me. Maybe the algorithm wasn't broken. Maybe it was just redirecting me. It said, "You want something real? Go offline."
I used to think the app knew my type. Now I realize the dispensary knew my soul. There's something poetic about falling for the person who hands you peace in a paper bag. Someone who never rushes the vibe. Someone who says, "Take your time. We got you." And suddenly the Budtender became my unofficial therapist, DJ, and crush, all in one rotation.
Look, I don't know where this story goes. Maybe he's just my favorite Budtender. Maybe one day he'll be my +1 at the 420 Gala of Life. But what I do know is this.
Sometimes your connection isn't on the app, it's behind the counter, making sure your piece stay pre-rolled. Sometimes love don't swipe right. It just smiles when it sees you walk in. So shout out to all the Budtenders, the healers, the vibe curators. Y'all not just packing the green, y'all packing the gratitude. And to my digital fam tuning in, don't chase the algorithm. Let it lead you somewhere real. Paper over plastic always.
The Budtender who stole my algorithm. 420 Crush Chronicles.
When going to the dispensary feels like you need a dating app.
I think my Budtender might be my soulmate.
The algorithm sent me to my Budtender. I have a funny 420 love story. Can you change my voice, though?
From dating apps to dispensary vibes.
Let me tell her sometimes your soulmate works at the dispensary.
When dating fails me, but my Budtender understands the assignment.
Algorithm said, find love. When I found Green of Destiny, 'cause not all heroes wear capes. Some hand you pre-rolls.
Love language to me is like strain order.
Good bud, good mood, good energy. That's divine alignment. The strain hit right, but the smile hit deeper. Some connections come rolled in gratitude, not paper. When peace comes in a bag and wisdom's behind the counter.
I didn't fall in love. I just inhaled clarity. The lighter flick was destiny saying, "We up next, high conversations, higher vibrations." Sometimes the cure is customer service with a grin. Every Budtender's a vibe, chemist, mixing peace, presence, and play. Not addicted, just spiritually aligned with my favorite strain and my favorite face.
You know, I've been thinking, good bud, good mood, good energy. That's divinealignment.com, and the way my budtender greets me? That's customer service mixed with spiritual chemistry. The strain hit right, but the smile hit deeper. It's wild how some connections come rolled in gratitude, not paper. Sometimes the cure ain't just the flower. It's the vibe behind the counter.
They're the real vibe chemists, mixing peace, presence, and play. High conversations, higher vibrations. Every trip feels like therapy with better lighting. And look, I didn't fall in love, I just inhaled clarity. So, shout out to every budtender keeping the piece pre-rolled, the shelves glowing, and the vibes immaculate. You not just selling the green, you serving the gratitude.
I came for the flower, stayed for the therapy session. My budtender got better intuition than my ex and my horoscope combined. You ever get a strain so chill it fixed your attitude mid-conversation? If self-care had a face, it'd be my budtender saying, "You want the usual?" They say money can't buy happiness, but apparently it can buy eighths, which is close enough.
Welcome, my groovy canna crew, my algorithmic adventurers, my vibe scientists. Today we decode a sacred signal. It's National Budtender Appreciation Day, the day we salute the Green Guardians, the dispensary DJs, the folks who balance our energy frequencies one jar at a time.
Security!
Without them, half of us would still be Googling what's a sativa while crying into a bag of Doritos. Now, if you're new to this channel or just algorithmically curious, a budtender is basically a mix between a pharmacist, therapist, and your cool cousin who always knows the Wi-Fi password. They're the navigators of nuance, explaining the difference between I wanna clean the whole house sativa and I wanna watch the ceiling breathe. Indica, they decode terpenes like sommeliers decode grapes. Limonene, that's your sunshine. Myrcene, that's the couch whisperer. They speak fluent relaxation and conversational creativity. Listen, for those who know, this ain't just product, it's protocol. When you walk in and say something to take the edge off, that's code for my Wi-Fi buffered mid-vibe and I'm emotionally unstable. When you whisper, I'm looking for something creative, they nod. That's the universal sign for you got a YouTube edit due and you refuse to admit it. Budtenders get it. They're the only people who can read your energy and say you need a hybrid with the side of hydration and gratitude. Rule number 1, never judge the customer by their munchies. Rule number 2, always know the difference between relaxed and glued to the couch. Rule number 3, be the calm in the cloud of chaos.
But for real, these heroes do more than just measure grams and grins. They help veterans find peace. They help patients manage pain. They help creatives find focus, and spiritual seekers find stillness. They keep the energy humble, the vibes clean, and the community educated. Whether you celebrate the plant for medical, recreational, or religious reasons, the Budtenders are the bridge between science and spirit.
They don't just serve flower, they serve understanding. They're the link between policy and peace of mind.
So this one's for the budtenders who always remember your favorite strain, your playlist vibe, and your discount day. Drop a in the comments for your favorite dispensary hero. And if you're new here, welcome to the Paper Over Plastic Tribe, where we celebrate growth, tech, and a little bit of ganja wisdom. Stay lifted, stay learning, and remember, algorithms may watch, but vibes travel faster.
Budtenders, the real MVPs of the vibe.
Today's not just another chill day. It's National Budtender Appreciation Day, and we're decoding gratitude for the real vibe techs of the universe. Budtenders are the ones who help people heal, laugh, rest, and rise above buffering energy.
Mary Jane been networking longer than LinkedIn. She just does it vibe to vibe. Some chase the green, I chase the green for meaning. Ganja doesn't just lift moods, it uploads them to the cloud. Canabis Major reporting live from the Vibosphere, signal strong, snacks ready.
Mary Jane taught me one thing. Slow your scroll. Inhale the moment. The green isn't an escape. It's an upgrade to Chillware V2.0. I don't just roll up, I reboot. Ganja energy. Less panic, more planet. Algorithm running slow, add a little Mary Jane to your RAM. Stay grounded, stay green. Even Wi-Fi needs roots.
420 and just a time. It's a frequency. Tune in, light up your mindset, and download peace. The real high is alignment. Mary Jane just reminds you where your Wi-Fi connects best. Some rule joints, others rule ideas. Both take patience, pressure, and perfect timing. Puff responsibly. On thoughts, not just smoke. The mind is the first strain we grow.
The 420 community built its own algorithm. Inhale joy, exhale judgment. Don't just chase clouds, create clarity. Ganja's a guide, not a GPS. Paper over plastic means authenticity over appearance. And yes, even your rap choice says energy. Mary Jane's classroom got no walls, only lessons on balance, breath, and belief. You can't fake calm energy. 420 just makes it easier to remember who you are. Stay green, stay grounded, roots before reach, peace before post.
The 420 community built its own algorithm. Inhale joy, exhale judgment. Don't just chase clouds, create clarity. Ganja's a guide, not a GPS. Paper over plastic means authenticity over appearance, and yes, even your rap choice says energy. Mary Jane's classroom got no walls, only lessons on balance, breath, and belief. You can't fake calm energy. 420 just makes it easier to remember who you are. Stay green, stay grounded, roots before reach, peace before post.
Your Budtender. They the plug for peace, the dealers of calm, and the unsung heroes of the high.
Budtenders are like therapists with better lighting and more honest advice.
Love your Budtender, 'cause that smile, that strain recommendation, and that patience, that's emotional support for your BIC lighter.
Without Budtenders, half of us would still be out here second.
Guessing the strain.
Guessing.
Budtender they, the ones keeping the peace pre-rolled and the vibes quality.
Thank you for watching. Make sure you hit the like button, baby.
I'm just happy dispensaries exist. They turned wellness into a vibe and healing into a community. Shout out to every dispensary keeping the shelves stocked, the music mellow, and the energy high, literally and spiritually.
Creators don't wait for the vibe. We build it, upload it, and let the algorithm feel it. Your ideas are digital seeds. Water them with consistency, not comparison. Stay in your lane long enough, and it turns into your legacy. YouTube is just the map.
Give it a kill. One split a day, keep the evil away.